People were looking for loved ones. People were missing. Over 37,000 people were missing after that day. And firefighters were going in the rubble and getting survivors.
As the towers were collapsing, people on the streets were also getting killed from the debris.
Hi, I'm Christy Boland, and I was 15 during September 11th, 2001. I was in my second class, history. It was around 9 a.m. and the teachers told us that a plane went into the Twin Towers, and we were just confused. We didn't know what to think of it. We didn't know it was an attack.
Hi, my name is Denise Boland, and my husband and I were there at the towers on September 11, 2001. I remember thinking just another boring Tuesday. Well, it turned out not to be just another boring Tuesday.
You know, we just wanted to be home and find out what was going on. They said the buses and the trains were all delayed. I got to the door, I rang the bell, and my dad answered the door, and I was shocked. You know, he was never there in the middle of the day. He said, I was in there. I was like, yeah, sure, Dad, okay. You were there last week? And he goes, no, I was there this morning. And it turns out he was one of the survivors who escaped.
He was in the second tower. He saw from the side of his eye papers and flames out the window. He went over to see what was going on. He saw the first tower was on fire. He alerted everyone in Morgan Stanley that they had to evacuate the building.
I looked out the window and I saw debris flying through the air. And I looked closely, and it was paper, it was sheetrock, it was smoke. And I looked even more closely, and I looked outside, and I saw flames and pieces of ceilings and walls burning on the street.
I never thought that this plane was going into that building. It was almost like it wasn't real. It was almost like we were watching a movie. I wasn't sure which tower my husband was in because he has different clients in both towers. I ran to the phone, and I called his cell phone, and they said all circuits were busy. So just started praying that God would just surround him with his angels, protect him, keep him safe, get him out of the building.
Luckily, most people followed, but some didn't. Some said, that's just the first tower, we're fine. And they ran down 88 flights of stairs. As soon as he opened the door to get outside the building, the second plane hit right over his head. A plate glass window from a store across the street came flying at him, almost took his head off. He had to duck. He went straight to the subway, got on a train, and headed to Brooklyn.
You know, we all felt violated and attacked. We felt unsafe, scared.
I'm beyond words. It's like, you know, a feeling of helplessness that comes over you, that, you know, you think that everything is secure.
It's very easy to be overwhelmed by everything. It's very easy to be scared.
I kind of felt like it was surreal, and I think a lot of people would say the same thing. It didn't feel like this really happened. You kind of felt like you were in a movie, but it did make you realize that life is short and not to take people and things for granted. That's what it taught me back then, that I needed to really trust God, because things like this will happen, but He protects us.
If you allow God to be there for you, He will. And if you don't know God, to get to know God.
We always said my dad had 9 lives because he was always escaping these. We were truly grateful that God protected him and saved him. He was always an inspiration to everyone, so we could always hold on to that and truly remember him as a hero.